Alright, good morning everybody. My name is Lori and today I'm going to start the Steelers quilt that I'm planning on making for my brothers. I have two brothers, they both like Steelers, so I thought maybe I'd make them a quilt with the Steelers logos on it. And so today what I'm going to talk about is the fabric I'm planning on using and kind of like work out some design ideas. So this is a logo print, obviously. It's kind of heavyweight. I don't plan to use a lot of it in the quilts. I think that I'm probably just going to use it as the binding or maybe the border. So when I have two different ones, I have this one right here and I have this one right here. And one of my ideas is to do like a little fussy cut around the logos and see if I can incorporate the logos into the quilt blocks. I'm also thinking about doing some embroidery, so embroidering the logos. And we'll see. I'm going to try a couple different things, see what happens. So the colors are, it looks like a goldenrod, red, blue, black, gray, and white. So this is a white Kona cotton, and this is the goldenrod. It's not Kona cotton, I'm afraid. It's not broadcloth either, but it's 100% cotton. I don't remember exactly what the name brand is. I think it's kind of a Hobby Lobby brand. And same for the blue. And this is red Kona cotton. What I like about the red Kona cotton is that it doesn't really bleed. I wash it before I use it and you really can't see. And I wash it with like a piece of white fabric and it really does not bleed. So I think that's pretty good. That's why I get that. And here's your gray. This is just a regular, once again, Hobby Lobby 100% cotton gray. And this is called Black Amish. It also does not bleed. I got this from Keepsake Quilting. I love it. I used it one time in a quilt for a friend and I was like, are you sure you want that? Because it's black, and I washed it, I used it. It did not bleed. It's amazing. And this is what I'm going to use for the backing. It looks, I don't know. It's just, like I said, it's a Hobby Lobby brand. I pre-washed this. I washed this too to see if it would bleed, and it didn't, so that's good. So those are the fabrics I'm planning on using. So the logo is a circle. So one of my design ideas is to use my AccuQuilt Go Cutter to cut out circles. So the blocks inside I would applique on, and they would have to be very, very small. So we'll see how that goes, but I have some practice circles here to try. And what I would do is I would take the gray and sew it on, make a border out of it. So I figured that's going to be really fun to try. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do is draw out some ideas. So I got some of this pattern paper and some Sharpies, pencil. Let's just see how it goes. Some ideas. So my first idea is to use the circle. So I really want to use the circle. So let's see here. I'm just going to see if I can trace. I don't know how much talking I'm going to do because I can't concentrate and talk at the same time sometimes. Times like these, I wish I had a stencil. I've used like plates and pan lids in the past for doing circles. Alright, I don't know, you probably can't see that. Let me see. I have a darker pencil here. That's a little bit better. I should tape this down so it doesn't roll up on me. Alright, there we are. So then the gray border, what I would do is I would take a strip, cut on a bias, and probably the finished size would be like 1/2 inch, I'm thinking. So I would make like a tube out of it. I'm thinking probably not well, yeah, it would be a tube, but I wouldn't like turn it inside out. I would just leave the seam on the outside. Let me see if I can do a quick little quickie, I don't know, demonstration, I suppose. So let me do a quick little cut here. So if I wanted the finished size to be 1/2 inch, if I made it, let me see, 2 inches divided in half is 1 inch, divided in half is 1/2 inch. So if I had a 2 inch strip, cut on the bias, I think this is going to be too big. I think 2 inches is too big. So if I folded it in half like this and sewed it, and then I would iron it flat like this. That makes sense? And then I would sew it onto here like that. Oh yeah, that would be fine. 2 inches would be fine. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. 2 inch, cut on a bias. It would have to be on a bias because it would be going around in a circle. So it's absolutely freezing here right now. It's probably freezing where you're at too. So I am, and my son doesn't have to work today, so I don't have to take him to work, and I can just stay home. I expect any place I might want to go might be closed. Okay, so this would be the outside gray, or steel silver, or I don't know. I'm sure there's an official color. It's probably I don't know, probably unique in some way. Okay. So we'll do a little, just to give you a placekeeper here. Uh-oh, this isn't going to last long. Okay. Alright, so gray. And the diamonds on the inside, as you can, they're kind of, can you see that? They're pointy. They're squares, but they kind of flare out at the tips. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to use squares on an angle. Alright, so let's see. And the word Steelers also. So I was thinking about embroidering them, but I'm going to try both. Let's see how this fits. This might actually be too big, but I'm going to cut it out, see what happens. You know, if somebody had asked me what color the name Steelers was, I would say black. I'm surprised it's yellow. But it makes sense that it's yellow. Alright. That's not terrible. So the diamonds kind of overlap the here, I don't know, let me see here. Let's see. So the inside of the circle is 8 inches, so the 4 inches is the middle. Go on this. So that's the center. And this would be centered in the center. And let's see. So if the point of each square, let me see, if we leave each, what, an inch apart? Now we need a square. That seems like a big square right there. I'm not sure, I think it might be too big. 1, 2, that's 3 inches. Maybe. Alright. And then the 1, 2, 3, so that's too big. So I need erasers, I think. Okay, so no, it would have to be right there. Also, 3-inch squares are way too big. So 2.5 too big. Two-inch squares. Oh my gosh, these are gonna be tiny. So if I went 1.5 inches. That's right. So it'd be here. The squares are definitely bigger than that on the logo. Not. So this is 2 inches right here. Alright, I think that's fine. I'm probably making this significantly more difficult than it needs to be. I should just cut out 2-inch blocks and then just put them on the paper. Let's see. Yeah, I think 2 inches should be alright. That looks okay. was awkward, but hey, looks like I got something. And then we got the Steelers logo. This is, so it's almost 3 inches. So if I add like a quarter inch, a half inch on each side, so that's 3 plus 1 would be 4 inches. So that makes sense, right? That's still perfect. And then that would be a well, if you look at the, I don't know if you can see it or not, but see, that's black lettering on the Steelers logo. So the background's going to be white. I could either use this, do like a little fussy cut type of thing, or I could do embroidery on white fabric in black thread. I'm going to try both. So then, these are all 2-inch squares. And let's see. It's like an orangey yellow color. I'll just use this yellow. Goldenrod. Good enough. And then red. I was thinking to myself, oh, this is going to be so much fun, and it absolutely is. I thought to myself, I am not the first person to come up with this idea, but I don't care. Red. I probably didn't buy the exact uh-oh, color of fabric. They're like, you know, the official colors or whatever. And so I feel like my brothers are not going to be overly concerned about that, I hope. But it is what it is, I guess. I hope they're okay with it. I think they'll appreciate it. I think they'll be fine with it. Well, that's terrible. Oh. Okay. There we are. Arts and crafts. All right. So I don't have any. Oh, right. Forgot to mention. The outside is going to be black. So then, I think I have one of those giant magic marker things downstairs. Hold on. Maybe I'll go get it. Okay. I'll be back. I need to get the black magic marker. The big one. Alright. Now this is what I'm talking about. It just occurred to me, I think I have black construction paper around here somewhere. Yeah. Ta-da! Good enough. Alright, Lori, stop it. Okay. Alright, and this is over. Uh-oh. Well, these don't last very long, do they? Got another one of these silver pins and the way. If I had a white pen, I would use it. You'll just have to use your imagination. There we are. That turned out pretty good. Alright, so that's my first idea.